विश्व शांति धारा। मनुष्य आज विनाश के कगार पर खड़ा है। पूरी दुनिया में अशांति फैली हुई है। ऐसे में विश्व शांति की आवश्यकता बहुत ज्यादा और तेज हो गई है। इस अशांत वातावरण में विश्व शांति कैसे और किस प्रकार हो सकती है, इस पर विचार विमर्श करने के लिए दुनिया भर के ज्ञानी, साधु संत, शास्त्रज्ञ और तत्ववेत्ता पुणे में एक साथ आए। अवसर था लोनी स्थित दुनिया के सबसे बड़े विश्व शांति गुंबद में आयोजित विज्ञान, धर्म और तत्व ज्ञान पर आधारित 8वीं वैश्विक संसद का। इस 3 दिवसीय समारोह में सहभागी ज्ञानी वक्ताओं ने विश्व शांति और मानव कल्याण के विषय पर अपने विचार प्रकट किए। आइए सुनते हैं उनमें से कुछ चुनिंदा विचार विश्व शांति दर्शन पर प्रसारित एक विशेष कार्यक्रम में, जिसका नाम है विश्व शांति धारा। नमस्कार, विश्व शांति धारा में आपका स्वागत है। विश्वविद्यालय अनुदान आयोग के सदस्य सुषमा यादव जी ने जताया कि ज्ञान का निर्माण अनुसंधान में उत्कृष्टता के बिना नहीं आ सकता।
It's a great honor for me and great pleasure for me to be here. To be here because this place is an epitome of a man's dream, a man's imagination, a man's determination, and a man's realization of dream. Very few of us can have that determination and that kind of realization. I really compliment and congratulate Professor Vishwanath ji for dreaming about this university or dreaming about a place like this. That's ideal for bringing together science, spirituality, and the knowledge which comes out of it, for which I think this session has been thought of. Because it's academic leaders session, and it thinks of or envisions transforming universities into centers of excellence. The words of transforming universities, I think universities are supposed to be centers of excellence. We failed somewhere, so we have to say that we have to transform universities into this. Because a university must be known for its creation of knowledge. And creation of knowledge does not come without excellence in research. And they are two very much related subjects. However, the National Education Policy 2020 also keeps it at the center that we have to have universities which are called multidisciplinary education and research universities called Meru, which can really be the Merudand of Indian higher education system. And the Merudand has to be very strong, like the Meru mountain. Otherwise, we won't be able to generate or create knowledge. And if we are not able to create knowledge, the universities fail in their very core mandate. Because education in itself or teaching in itself also cannot take place without a perennial generation, recreation, creation of knowledge which comes out of research. What's your ideal of a teacher? And they give all answers, but they hardly ever combine research and teaching together. And I think a teacher is incomplete if a teacher is not able to continuously research, continuously relook at what he or she understands, and continuously recreate himself or herself besides his own subject or her own subject matter. And that's what a center of excellence can be really created out.
समस्त बंधू भगिनी आणि वारकरी भाविक भक्तांनो, तत्वज्ञ संत श्री ज्ञानेश्वर श्री तुकाराम महाराज यांच्या नावाने आणि विश्वधर्मी प्राध्यापक डॉक्टर विश्वनाथ दास कराड यांच्या अथक प्रयत्नाने साकार झालेल्या या विश्वशांतीच्या घुमटातून भागवत वारकरी परंपरेचा हा ज्ञान विज्ञानाधिष्ठित अध्यात्मशास्त्राचा दिव्य संदेश संपूर्ण मानव जातीला सुख, समाधान आणि शांतीकडे घेऊन जाईल याचा आम्हाला विश्वास वाटतो. जगभरातील मान्यवरांनी गौरवलेला हा विश्वशांतीचा घुमट लवकरच जगातील एक आश्चर्य म्हणून ओळखला जाईल आणि भारताला विश्वगुरू म्हणून मान्यता प्राप्त करून देईल अशी आमची प्रांजळ भावना आहे.
We kept religion as mythology or as something, which is personal or as something which is at the back in our homes. Science as something which is very progressive, which is very Western, which is very rational, and therefore it has to be researched upon. And philosophy was a stage of the ancient past where we had philosophers who would go into forests, meditate, carry on with the Om Dhvani, and maybe we can read about them. And that's why India hardly had innovations in different fields which we could boast of. I would never agree that India never had minds. I would not agree that Indian youngsters or teachers and scholars did not think beyond the routine. But these binaries or segregations or isolations or compartments ultimately could not create a wholesome knowledge or a wholesome innovation as we call it now. So after 75 years of independence, we are now saying we must have innovations, we must have creativity. Language also played its role. Because if we think in one language, read in another language, write in that language, so our mind is almost all the time puzzled and thinking in diverse fields, which must go. And I think we must give the freedom to our young generation to adopt any language, use any language. And if we have ideas, then the world is open to understand those ideas or catch those ideas. And therefore, a university like MIT or a university like this must be there to really provide a place to the young researchers where they can think beyond these binaries. This place resonates and our voice also resonates. I hope the ideas also resonate and you'll be able to understand what I wish to say. Let's finish up with these binaries of languages, of disciplines, of mind and matter, of heart and mind, of science and spirituality, because the best solutions for mankind would come which combine mind and matter and heart, which combine religion, philosophy and spirituality, and which combined science with spirituality, because science has to understand the spirit, and the spirit of science would be complete when we relate it with the soul. And I hope and wish in years to come, with the NEP 2020 giving you wide spectrum of disciplines and choices and credits and options, we'll be able to see India regain its position of Vishwaguru. That's my heart's desire also, and wish for the future.